And we're hanging stands today. Kind of give you guys a kind of an idea of what we're doing here. You don't want to just hang a stand willy-nilly in just any available tree. Well, Eli has hooked up. We got it here clanking, Coco. Several different ways.
I've got it set
What kind of spurs you got? I'm facing northwest right now. Our predominant wind where we're at, most of the majority of the time, comes out of the northwest. The approach is right here, the main approach. Now, animals are animals; they can do what they want to do, but you want to take as many variables away from that animal as you can, and you don't want to rationalize the situation. You want to take your available information that you have and apply it, and not assume that your silly ideas are going to work. Like that tree right there, for instance, it put you 7 yards from the barrel on the trail coming in, chip shot. But there's so many things that could screw up right there. I mean, a bad swirling wind and you're done. Bad swirling wind anywhere is going to get you. But you always take into consideration all the variables and don't rationalize it. Use the available information you have and apply it. And he's got 2 available trees right here. And that gives him a 23-yard shot probably. Maybe 24. He's got a bigger tree here. He's got a smaller tree right behind it. You can take that bigger tree and use it for concealment to get in that back tree back there. And you consider your approach. He can cut through the woods right through here and never have to cross the trails where the bears are coming across. This is just one of our stands, and that's the reason that this stand is where it's at. You let where you're hunting tell you where to put a stand. You don't just come in and fly out and just put a stand up. It has to be deliberate. All right, that's number one. We'll kind of show you on each individual stand that we're hunting and the reasons we're placing them where we are. We got guys all the time asking us, well, why'd you put that stand there? Or why can't we put it here? Well, you can put a stand wherever you want to, but you take all that stuff into consideration. Never rationalize. That is the number one thing that hunters does wrong, is they rationalize an animal's behavior, and it does not work. Period. It just does not. All right, that's stand number one. We'll show you on the next one. Here we are, bait number 2.
You want it right here in front of Tom?
Yeah, just pile it up there in front of it. And hanging that stand and that tree there. Again, here's the major approach. You can see this highway that got beat out here. Several trails from different directions, but predominantly, there's some mushrooms. Squirrel. Those are milkies too. Those are actually edible. Anyway, main approach. Thought I heard something coming from that way. And that trail is actually due northwest. So coming in from this direction, the wind will be blowing straight in your face, predominantly from this direction. You got a little bit of a drift from the wind because of the mountain right here. So at best, come around, it'll whip around to the south from the north, or over the top downdrafts, and come this way. So we're putting a stand over here for all the same reasons we talked about at the last one. Just don't rationalize the animal. Animal operates off instinct. He don't operate off your ideas and your thoughts. They respond to their stimuli, and that's what they respond to. And you wanna take you out of the picture of being part of the stimuli. So you stay out of their nose best you can. It's impossible to stay completely out of their nose, but do everything you can to stay out as much as possible. Now this is set up for bear. You don't hunt pinch points. You don't hunt corridors, bedding. You don't do that with bears. You're actually baiting and you're drawing them to an area. So there's a lot of these principles work for deer hunting, but it's you do different things for deer than you're doing for the bear. So you guys don't tear me apart on, well, that won't work for deer. Well, I know that and I realize that. But a bear operates off his stomach. Well, this is bait number 2, and that's the placement of the stand. He's got a lock on here. Corey's hanging it now.
I ain't touching them, Corey. Tom will be the only one that can touch them.
Sticks?
Yeah. They're wrapped up, and I don't want to put my hands on them. Not a good video, I'm sorry. I was watching Corey and had it pointed over here at your head.
That's the way I almost do. I've got a bunch of 8mm video I took in 2010, that year I didn't hunt. And most of it's on my left foot. We posted a video last year of hanging a Novix and using aiders and sticks. And you guys ripped us apart because I wasn't using safety equipment. Well, it wasn't and I get that, I do, honestly do, and I agree with you.
This one's going through the other one.
But he was, it was just for, well, no excuses, just no excuse for it. But he's got safety harness on, just letting y'all know.
You don't climb on that one, do you?
He's got a,
I don't think he ever climbs to that one.
no, he
always wears his harness.
he had a awakening in his front yard a couple years ago. Had a stand fold on him, and he was wearing his harness. Ended up leaving him hanging there. I think everybody needs a moment like that to kind of sink it in their head a little bit. Anyway, gonna get this one hung, and then we'll see you to the next one.
Last year your point's right here. I face a little bit more this way this year, so you can, because the strap. I don't think it'll bother you. I can shoot a deer right there. The way they're over there.
You see anything in his way?
Maybe this little. I need to cut this little limb right here.
Clippers?
Probably take this whole saw with the extender.
Yeah, don't talk so loud, Steve. Well, this is bait number 3. Cody and Larry went to, or Corey and Larry went to the 4th one already. But Same thing here, predominant wind from that direction. We're on the side of the mountain, so you got swirling winds in this canyon. So that part is a hit or miss, honestly. Here you're dealing with thermals coming up and down, but we are trying to stay to the south side of that line best we can. Stands there, approach that direction and that direction predominantly. Baits there. That stand's got a 16-yard shot, and that one's got 18, probably 18-yard shot. So that's the skinny on this one. One more. We're at bait number 4. Hanging stands here. Now, it's more of a struggle placing these stands than the other ones. On the south side of the Sin again. That is the northwest. Approach is back this way, and then back behind the barrel this way. So hunters will approach from downhill, come up, and they'll skirt around, go up there. Problem we have with this one is the thick vegetation we had to trim. Of course, we're on private land, so that's permissible. But a bear don't like altercations or you changing things up at the last minute. So I was a little bit iffy, but they won me over with the decision to kind of cut some limbs, and because of the trees that were available. This tree at the front here is 15 yards, 16 yards. That back there is 22, probably the barrel. Like I said a minute ago, we are on a mountain. When you get up on the sides of a mountain, and sometime during the way you're gonna have a bad wind. There's nothing you can do about it. Wind's gonna swirl. It's gonna go one way, then it's gonna go the other way, and you're gonna inevitably have a wind that you just can't contend with. It's not good. Like the thermals of the morning and in the evening, they're gonna reverse and go up and down these draws.
Up more?
Probably just a little more. And you may need to trim them face limbs right there back for him a little bit. You left-handed. How you gonna have to stand up and turn around?
He's right-handed. Shoot right-handed.
You shoot right-handed?
Yep.
All right, you'll be good then. It still had them limbs that you can't see me from.
Think that right here.
Yeah. Skylighting is something I didn't talk about a while ago. Skylighting with bears, deer both is something can make or break you. We try to set up in a cluster of limbs when we can. Reduce as much as you possibly can.
It'll be long enough for him.
That one over there at Corey's in. It's gonna be an open more than we like. But it's up a higher. It's supposed to be a slight breeze tomorrow. 5 to 10 mile an hour breeze. If there's a slight breeze and you got leaves moving with a bear, you can get away with more movement. And to be quite honestly, a lot of bears just come in and they know you're there. And they just contend with the scent that's there, and they try to figure if they want to stay or not. So you just kind of plan for the best. And then hopefully it all works out for you. Anyway, that's kind of how we set up stands.